Hello there, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with me, Brad's Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Jedi Knight Luke's journey. So this is a prereq for a number of different GLs, Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, and he's just overall a really good character. So you know what the prereqs are, it's reach level 85, and then you've got all of these characters that have to be R3. Now my Wampa is R5, that was R5 when I did this, so unfortunately I can't show you doing it at R3, but I have seen people doing it and it's the same strategy. Again, CLS should be R3 as a minimum, but if you're doing this journey, chances are you've built up your CLS team and you'll have him higher anyway, so he's R7. If we look through here, we've got Chewie here, R6, Leia R5, C-3PO R5, Han R5. These ships, there's nothing too special about them, so we'll go through that when we get there. Hoda R3, so he's at his minimum. And then again, you've got Lando here, R4. Again, he needs to be R3, but realistically, these aren't a lot higher than what you'd sort of have them anyway, so I'm hoping this will help just with the strategy and stuff. So we'll jump straight into tier 1, we'll have a look at our Wampa. In fact, we'll go into the battle here and we'll have a look. So the mods on Wampa aren't great, so we've got some tenacity here and we've got a couple of health sets. So this is a character I really need to be working on, really, because I've had it since, in fact, it's my first relic character. No, Palpatine was, but it was second relic character. The damage output needs to be a bit higher, really, for me, and the health as well could do with a bit of sprucing up. Speed, I'm not overly fussed on, although it would help a little bit. And this was one of the characters, like I said, I relicked up early, and yeah, I don't even have speed secondaries on some of these. Oh, there's a good 21 there, but apart from that, there's not a lot. So this is one I need to remod, and if you've watched my other series, you can see I'm going through my account and I'm trying to sort it out slowly, and Wampa just isn't on the list at the moment. I'm still winning those GAC battles, so that's all I need it for at the moment. So we'll just jump straight into this battle, and you're going to be going up against a CLS. Okay, so all you have to do is win. Okay. So what you really want is those counters. That's what's going to win it for you. Let's inflict some healing immunity on him. Okay, that doesn't actually stick. That's fine. And it really is just a race to who's going to go first, and realistically you will. You'll get this first. There we go. The first tier is really easy. Even if you've just got an R3 Wampa, I'd imagine you'd have the Zetas on anyway, because they're really good for what you're using Wampa for. That's a really easy tier. You've just got to keep plugging away at it. It's quite hard for you to die. So there we go. Tier 2 we'll jump straight into, and this is just a reverse of tier 1, so you're fighting against the Wampa. You just want to make sure that you're doing this call to action down here when you're running low. plugging away at it. There we go. And again, the first 2 tiers I don't think I've seen people really having a problem with. They're fairly easy, but I wanted to cover them so we could cover the whole journey. This is the first one where it starts to get a bit of interesting. You get a bit of need for thinking about what you're doing. So Leia here, Rolo, I've got a little bit of health on her, quite a bit of protection. Her speed isn't huge, and then damage output, which is going to be one of the main attackers in this team, or was for me anyway. And again, this guide isn't just the only way to do it. It's sort of the way that worked best for me. Got Chewie here, R6. I would have liked him to be a bit higher, not because it's needed, but I just need him higher in general anyway. Again, speed is one of these ones that I'm going to have to work on. He's got a little bit of health there, a bit of protection. He's got a bit more damage there. He's got 2008 from his mods, 8,500, and then crit chance there. Could probably be a little bit higher, but I'm happy with where he's at. C3PO, his mods, nothing too amazing there really. You've got your 182 speed, bit of protection, bit of health, and that's really his potency is what you need high, and that isn't really even that high. And then, oh, just taking him off. Let's have a look at Han's mods. So you need Han there to have a bit of survivability because you're going to need his revives. So you've got his health up there and his protection a little bit higher. His speed is fairly decent, and nothing too much to talk about there on his damage. So we'll jump into this one. Okay, so literally everyone got a turn before we did. You just want to use Han here to just control everyone's health and make sure it doesn't go down too much. We'll do that there, just to make sure that's at max, because it goes down a lot quicker than you'd think. And with C3PO, you want to really be putting translation on either Han or Chewie. Okay, revive Leia. Give her a bit of health back. And then from now on you just want to be using the basics really, because you want to save those special abilities for the second stage. There we go, so we've gone through with an okay team in sort of terms of health. Oh, this one did take me quite a few times. You've got Vader here at the back who starts with 20 stacks of time, I suppose, turns. And when that gets down to 0, he's going to come in. So it looks like Vader is going to come in. Now it's just a case of, are we going to be able to finish this off? Okay, so he's going to come in now with like a big attack there. Oh, we could still do this. Yeah, there we go, we've done it. Okay, so ideally you want to do that before Vader gets a chance to come in, and that can probably be done with a few tweaks of mods to make a bit more offense there, or maybe a bit more protection or health on some of the characters. It just depends how you want to do it. But you can see there that the guys I did it with, their mods aren't great, and we still got through there. So this one is the ship stage. It's really, really simple. You've just got to escape. So you've got these 3 ships. They are going to call in TIE fighter reinforcements. There's no point attacking Vader because you can't do anything to him. So the best bet is to just get rid of these guys so there's less ships out there to be damaging you. All you guys have got to stay alive. So get rid of him, that's fine. Let's see if we can get rid of this TIE fighter before the second one comes in. Okay, so another one's now coming in. And all we have to do is survive. We're at 68%. Look. And then we can start getting rid of some of these. Okay, so that should bring us up to the stage that we need to be at. So the Falcon will be the last one. So okay, so this button here now will get that one off to hyperspace. Hopefully we'll get this one next, yeah. And then gone. And it is really as easy as that. Sometimes you can fail, but I mean there's no tickets to be spent here, so if you do fail it's not a major issue. But it is a fairly simple sort of tier of this. Next we're going to have CLS and Hoda. Okay, so I'll just go through the mods on CLS are exactly the same. For Hoda here we've got a bit of health. We've gone quite heavy on protection. Got a little bit of speed there, and damage doesn't need to be there at all. Bit of potency, that could probably be a little bit higher. So let's jump into this tier. So we're going to have 2 tiers on this one again. First one is fairly simple. Really actually want to get rid of the officer first, but there we go, they've taunted. And we want to be taking these down with the counter really, if we can. If we can keep them stunned, that's a bonus. Our Hodor is going to disappear for the second tier against Vader. I'll probably do a call to action here. Just get a little bit of health back ready for the second tier. Now, if I remember rightly, he is immune to stun, so... There we go. That's fairly easy. You just have to make sure you get those counters in. And again, I'll go through CLS's sort of mods here. So his health protection isn't massively high, but his damage output I've put a little bit higher. Speed, again, nothing special, but 42% crit damage there. Okay. And then we're going to go through to this tier here. So this is going to be, I've looked at all of these before. So you've got a Chewbacca here, but it's actually going to be C3PO and Chewbacca are going to be like a Chewpio, but they're just going to hold Chewbacca's stats. And for Lando, there's nothing amazing here. He's got a little bit of health, he's got more protection than anything, a massive amount of speed, he's got a bit of crit chance, and his damage and crit damage he's got here, but his crit chance isn't hugely high. And again, this is a 2 tier, so you want to really get rid of the officer first.
Goodness, your skills are quite... Okay, well, no time for your...
Okay, cool, that got rid of the officer. And then here you just want to, again, like the Vader tier earlier, the other 2 tier one, you just want to run down your basics so you can get those cooldowns back. Now you're going to go up against Boba over here, so you want to be getting rid of these officers as soon as you can.
Here. My goodness, your skills are quite...
There's one of them gone. I just hit the damage over time there, which is unfortunate. Okay, so we might lose her here. Okay, now hopefully, there we go. Yeah, we got it first time, so that's good. That one is a very, very frustrating tier. So if Boba gets the right sort of hits and lands those damage over times and stuff, it can be really, really painful. That was a good run there. But yeah, you just stay at it with those levels of mods and gear, you should be fine. Again, CLS on this journey, nothing's changed for him at all in terms of mods and stuff like that. Okay, so there's going to be 2 tiers to this as well, so they're both just fighting Vader. The first one's very much like the Hodor stage that we did earlier in the cave, so it's just a case of take him down as quickly as you can and try and keep your health up for the second stage, where it's going to throw in bits at you. There we go. Easy as that. Second stage, so you've got to worry about these because they will really, really damage you. So take out as many as you can. Call to action here to get a bit of health back. Now, get rid of that one. Call to action again. And that's the end of this tier. So it can be really annoying getting hit by these because they do massive amounts of damage to you. The last stage here is going to be Vader. So once you've got this, you will have a 7-star Jedi Knight Luke. The one Zeta that you definitely need is Inspiring Through Fear. Empire and Sith allies have 30% defense, ignore that, and have 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter when they damage an enemy. This turn meter removal can't be resisted while Darth Vader is lied. Enemies immediately regain damage over time for 2 turns whenever damage over time expires on them. So that's the bit we're looking for here. That's what we really need. His other Zetas won't hurt. I don't have them, which is really bad. I mean, Merciless Massacre is normally everyone's first Zeta, and that will help you out. but as long as you have a bit of potency on him, you can see I've gone all in on potency, so it's 126%. You shouldn't really have that much issues. Health and protection need to be good, and speed could probably be better there. But if you can be potent and you can get that damage over time to stick, then this tier should be fairly easy. Okay, so you just want the 25 damage over times to expire on Luke. So first thing you want to do is Force Crush and hope that it sticks. Okay, so it sticks. So when this expires, he'll get it back. So you see we're already down to 18. And then you want to be using this because it dispels debuffs. So it gets rid of them and they immediately come back. So he's already down to 8. And then we can finish off. And you see I'm almost dead there, but it happens so quickly with that Zeta. So you get a nice little cinematic at the end, probably with the most quoted "No, I am your father," the most quoted film. And there we go, you have yourself a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. I hope I was really clear on the sort of bits you have to do throughout that, but if I'm not, please feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. So thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.